Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
It's more common than you think for people to live in storage units. That's according to a local homeless shelter. Just this morning, a woman was rescued from a storage unit in North Fargo. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. The woman was living at Bison Storage Units on 14th Avenue North temporarily and got stuck inside. Fargo police say the woman was taken to the hospital for hypothermia and had to be checked over. A nearby employee heard the woman shouting for help after parking his car nearby. Fargo police say that people living in storage units does happen from time to time. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop looks into if this is common in the area.
Fargo police say it is illegal for storage companies to rent out units with intent of people living in them. But a local storage company owner says that it is the job of the storage company to be more diligent.
I think the main thing for us storage operators, we have to be diligent about our site. We have to be on the site more as frequently as possible to notice those type of activities.
Hendricks says they've had cases before, and it states in their lease that no one shall use their units for residential purposes.
We audit the property quite frequently. I would say almost daily. One of our staff are on the site. We're checking locks, we're checking activity, unusual activity. Obviously, if we're noticing, people that are having strange behaviors, we'll stop and investigate that.
Churches United Executive Director Jane Alexander says that people using storage units as homes show more affordable housing is needed in our area.
Except that this is just underscores why we need more housing. Until we have enough affordable housing with supports in place to help people hang on to it, this is going to happen.
Alexander explains that there are steps people can take once they start having housing issues.
It's much easier to help people hang on to housing than it is for people to find housing after they've been homeless for a while.
Alexander says people should reach out to their community partnerships or county social services as soon as they get an eviction or shut-off notice. She adds that a storage unit is no place for humans to live. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Moorhead and West Fargo have ordinances against living in storage units as well. Well, the group that's called Students for Life America is calling the Fargo School District's response that we reported on yesterday amateurish and inaccurate. Now, it's in response. The Fargo School District seemed to be willing to allow pro-life groups in the school as long as they did complete the required paperwork, which they had previously failed to do. The district had also told students several weeks previous that they would not be allowed to form the groups because they were considered outside agencies. Students for Life America say that they believe at the end of the year, and as this is approaching, the school district's trying to push the issue under the rug for a few more months. But Fargo schools say it's convening a task force to review its policies on and associated with student clubs and groups, and it will be completed before the fall school year. Now, if you'd like to read the full story, we have it online. Just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. A fire that began on the two days ago continues to burn in the Beltrami State Forest. It's getting closer to being under control, though. It's about 30% contained. People are still encouraged to stay out of the forest there. So far, no injuries have been reported, despite about 4,000 acres being burned. Coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6, Valley News Team's Bradford Eric's been on the scene all day and looks into what is happening there for us. And we're now hearing rumblings of some much needed rain to come in the area, but right now, when is that wind going to die down, Hutch?
Well, for some of us, it's been windy all day, and it's going to continue to bring that high fire danger right into the start of our weekend, Stephanie. But as we go through Saturday, temperatures will be mild. You want to take the opportunity to get outdoors and enjoy it, and maybe even fertilize the grass, because some greening rainfall promises to make its way into the region this weekend. Now, as we head into Saturday night, there's a very good chance of widespread heavy bands of rain making their way into the valley. That's after the 10 o'clock hour for most of us and overnight. By Sunday morning, most of the heavy rain will be moving out. Now, we'll be stuck with remnant showers and even flakes of snow with a cold north wind, so it will certainly not feel very seasonable as we head into Sunday and next week. But the moisture, very welcome after a very long stretch of dry weather. I'll have hour-by-hour details on the rain and where I think most of it will fall coming up here in just a few minutes.
We need that.
Yes, we do.
All right, thank you, Hutch. Well, when deputies stopped a woman for driving under the influence this morning, they were in for quite a surprise. During the investigation, they found an infant in the vehicle who was not properly restrained. Melissa Jordahl of Thompson, North Dakota, was arrested on charges of driving under the influence of alcohol while being accompanied by a minor, driving while license is suspended, and abuse or neglect of a child. The infant was turned over to Cass County Social Services, and the case remains under investigation at this time. Governor Jack Dalrymple signed a bill today that will set up a grant program for early childhood education. Under the new law, $3 million will be set aside in state grants to certify pre-kindergarten programs that serve low-income children. The law also requires student and school superintendents to organize meetings with community pre-K and licensed child care providers to coordinate the development of the early childhood education programs. North Dakota Democrats are upset over a Republican proposal to permanently cut the oil extraction tax by 30%. This is a tax and tax money that the state gets from the oil companies for the amount of oil pumped out of the land. The impact of this proposal means the state receives less money. Democrats say if the tax reduction was in place in the previous biennium, the state would have lost $650 million. Well, if you have an STD, health officials say it's important to have a conversation with your partner. Unfortunately, more of those talks will be happening in Minnesota as the number of cases are rising. According to the Star Tribune, the state reported more than 24,000 cases of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis last year. That's another record-breaking year. The Star Tribune also reports health officials saying the best way to slow the spread of infection is faster notification. Traffic is now going to have to stop at the intersection of County Road 20 and University Drive North. Crews were out there today adding all-way stop signs to the intersection. They'll also install stop sign ahead signs on County Road 20 to warn traffic of this new stop. The fittest women in North Dakota and the fittest one has been named. She is from the Fargo area. Jessica Grandal earned the title from 2015's CrossFit Games. She was very surprised and honored to be given the title. Grandal is co-owner of the CrossFit Fargo Gym in South Fargo and is happy that her hard work has paid off. She says the trials for the games last 5 weeks and she was close to making it to the next round.
The CrossFit Games starts with a qualifying phase of 5 weeks of workouts. And so we did each workout here as a gym and submitted the scores online. And after the 5 weeks, the top athletes move on to the next level. And I missed that by just a couple spots, but I was named fittest woman in North Dakota.
Congratulations. Grandal has also won her weight class of competitive weightlifting in North Dakota as well. Well, if you're a fan of the Beatles, the Saturday morning cartoon series, The Yellow Submarine, or animation art, we've got some exciting news for you. The show and the film's mastermind is in town. Ron Campbell is showing off his work at Borth's Gallery. Campbell not only directed the Yellow Submarine TV show and animated the film, he also has his fingerprints all over other cartoons that you might be familiar with. He lists Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, Jetsons, and George of the Jungle on his extensive resume. Campbell's retired and says that he enjoys traveling, showing, and talking about his work now. He says it is fun to do and proves there really is a second act in American life. You can visit with Campbell and see his work at Borth's Gallery this weekend. The hours are 10 to 6 Saturday, noon to 3 on Sunday. The exhibit is free, and if you want to buy one of his works, you absolutely can do that. Still ahead for us, if you're getting ready to go on a date this weekend, why it might be costing you a little more to call for a sitter.
And we're starting to see some rain showers push northward into Nebraska. This moisture is heading our way, and it could be very meaningful to the onset of green in our spring. I'll have details next.